Where I am from, we say, if you know how to count, count on yourself. And I've heard this so many years ago. I already heard this when I was a kid. At the time, I completely didn't understand what they meant by it. But now I do. And as I'm in my second half of 40s, I'm realizing 50 is going to hit very soon. And I still count on myself. It is really, really hard to live in this world when you count on other people. And there's nothing wrong with this, essentially. I think we are supposed to be helping one another, but I'm very grateful for this lesson that I learned really early. And to be honest, I didn't even have much choice because I was brought up in family of absolute dysfunction. And I had to count on myself. I didn't like it, I didn't understand it, but it taught me a lesson for life. And now as I am, like I said, heading towards 50, I am really, really happy I did adopt this mindset. Because unfortunately, in today's busy world, it's really, really hard to count on somebody else, and it's really easy to get disappointed because people have to work way more. A lot of people pulling two jobs, excuse me, two jobs at once. They have other responsibilities, they have kids, they have life to live, they have obligations, and it's really hard for them to reach out and help others at the same time. On top of it, the world became so much faster with social media and everything that is happening, and it's much harder to actually discern what information is real, what is noise, and in my opinion, 99% of it is noise. So it's just, a lot of it is just taking space in our minds, unfortunately, and it's just consuming our energy as opposed to adding any benefit to our life. But going back to the point, it might sound harsh, count on yourself, but every time I'm going through something, every person is going through something big every now and again. Every decade has its own big event, it seems like. And I went through those times. And whenever I was completely lost or extremely depressed or I couldn't find direction, I would sit and think about it. I would just talk to myself. Count on yourself. You'll figure it out. And guess what? I always did. It was always easier for me to find myself in those moments than find others and inject myself in their life. I'm saying that because today I was trying to help a young man that asked for help, and it seems like he's counting on others. He seems like he's been counting on others for a long time. And I've tried to share this with him, and it seems like he's clicking, like he's finally understanding that he's not supposed to be seeing himself as a last resort or no resort whatsoever, because I think oftentimes we discard ourselves, we do not develop our self-confidence, or we do not rely on ourselves. Is because we don't even take ourselves to consideration. We always just think that someone else will save us, and that would be lovely if that was the case, but unfortunately it's not. And I always try to remember this lesson I've learned when I was a very young man or even a kid. So whenever you feel lost and nothing is working, whenever you're going through a rough patch, and whenever you feel like the world gave up on you, please remember, you are still there. Count on yourself. Even if you don't see a resolution, you don't even know direction to turn to, believe me, I know the times of despair, and I know how it feels when you're lost, when you completely don't know what the hell is going on, like everybody and everything is just against you. But there's this quiet voice that you can activate, believe me, that will save you, and that's you. A lot of people use this cliche like be yourself or things like that. But if you don't develop yourself, if you don't really know you can count on yourself, you are always there for yourself. You just don't know it. Because at the end of the day, the very person that is feeling bad at the moment, you, is the same one that can get you out of it. It just, you feel like there is not enough energy inside you. There's not enough wisdom, perhaps, or options. And that's often the case. However, never let that candle get extinguished, because that's the only thing that will guide you. And I would rather count on myself than on promises of other people that don't come through with them. I do have great friends. I have few friends that I can always count on if I want to. And they do support me. It took decades of development of those relationships, but at the end of the day, I've spent my entire life developing the relationship with myself through very tough times. Sometimes a lot of us go through a lot of hard times. So I'll leave you with that. Whenever you're going through something, count on yourself. You have answers, you just don't know it yet. They're not always obvious, they're buried, but they're there. And if that resonates with you, there's a link to my Discord underneath. I am reachable. I'm open for conversations. I want to build community of people that want to talk about basically anything without flexing ego and trying to win. Because at the end of the day, I count on me, you count on you, but we can count on each other to make this world a better place. Okay? So that's what I got. Hoping to see you on the other side. Link in the description. Peace.